Brian Goddard has been watching that throughout the day. Same thing, all connected to what we're getting just to the south here?
Yeah, everything is from Chicago all the way down to the Gulf Coast, now to the East Coast. It's a huge storm, and we are basically missing it by a few miles, and not for much longer. Take a look at the radar. The snow is working backwards. It is wrapping around the low pressure system, so it's not coming from its typical west or southwesterly direction. It's coming from the east. So you're going to notice the darker clouds over the lake, and those are making their way toward us. So while it has not started snowing yet, give it some time. In Kenosha, it's getting very close. It's right at the state line, almost to Pleasant Prairie. Racine's going to see some of this snow as well. And even here in Milwaukee, everyone's pretty much going to see a little bit of snow. But as you can see, the lighter bands are to the north, the heavier bands are to the south, where they are seeing winter storm warnings now in parts of the Chicagoland area, where they could pick up anywhere from 3 to 6 inches of snow. Look at the size of this storm. The severe weather all the way down to the south. There's the center of the low pressure. Typically, if you want to get the heavy snow, you need that low pressure to be tracking just south of Chicago. So these heavy snow bands are over us. They're close, literally miles. And this is why we always say, stay tuned for the latest information on the track, because the track means everything. Look at how close this thing is to us. And we're talking blizzard conditions now in eastern Illinois and northwestern Indiana. Gary and South Bend could pick up a foot of snow. On top of that, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. Interstates are shut down. It's whiteout conditions there. Travel not happening. And of course, as you heard earlier in the newscast, all kinds of delays and cancellations out of O'Hare and Midway, which will have a ripple effect here at Mitchell. We have a couple of advisories. You know, the blizzard warning is just to the south of us. I have a winter weather advisory for Racine and Kenosha counties until midnight for some of that snow and those gusty winds, and then a wind advisory for Milwaukee and Ozaukee County until 9 p.m. Obviously for the winds, gusting over 45. Everyone's going to see some gusts over 30, but the strongest gusts will be right along the lakefront. How much snow are we talking about? By 10 o'clock, maybe a half inch here in Milwaukee, a dusting inland, and about an inch in Kenosha. Total of accumulations may hit 2 inches right along the state line, but as you can see, we're not getting much. You go just an hour south, Chicago will get about 4, 5, 6 inches of snow, and then parts of northern Indiana, a foot. Huge breakers out there today with that northeasterly wind. Be cautious out there if you're going down to the lakefront to get some pictures. It's pretty impressive with those gusty winds. They're out of the north and northeast at 26, temperatures 35, holding steady, and will slowly be dropping throughout the afternoon. Look at the wind. The wind was light to calm the past 2 days, but we knew it was going to happen. We knew the winds were going to crank up with that storm system. They're out of the north and northeast, lighter inland. Only 20 mile per hour gusts right now in Watertown, where along the lakefront we're seeing some gusts close to 40. Temperature, pretty common this hour, is 36. And that's pretty much going to be our high, and then dropping throughout the afternoon. And that's why we'll see some of that snow. The wind will not be dropping. It'll be gusty all afternoon, all evening, and overnight tonight, then shifting to the northwest as that storm system starts to pull off more to the east. It'll still be windy tomorrow as well. Gusts will be right around 30 miles per hour, I almost say degrees, 30 miles per hour, and then slowly diminishing as we get into tomorrow night and into Friday. Friday, the winds will finally be about 5 to 15. Flurries to very light snow moving in here, and then gradually pulling out of here later this evening as that storm system moves very slowly off to the east. But this is going to be very, very light, as I just showed you, less than an inch. So the forecast for today, getting up to around 36 or 37 degrees, slowly falling. The big issue for us, northeast winds at 20 to 45, and could see a little dusting of snow on the roadways just in time for the evening commute. Of course. Then tonight, some light snow, about as I mentioned, a dusting before 10 o'clock, otherwise windy, and 28 degrees. Here's your 7-day forecast. 37 today, 33 tomorrow, and we'll get to see the sun, everyone, for most of the day tomorrow. 34 on Friday, 47 and windy on Saturday. That's going to be a nice day, but it's going to be very gusty. Then some light rain, changing over to light snow by Sunday night, maybe about an inch or two of accumulation by Monday morning. Man, it's getting busy.
All right, Brian, thanks. Good day for a